Today's show, we have news about the Disney Vacation Club Lounge replacing Frontierland Shootin Arcade at Magic Kingdom. Disneyland trims entertainment offerings amid peak summer crowds. Dear Disney segment, headline news, and so much more on today's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast, your Disney infotainment podcast. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times and get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
All right, welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. This is the news for June 17th, believe it or not. Halfway through the month already. Very interesting. First, we'd like to remind you that we are live on Mondays. If you want to watch us, you can go to youtube.com/Disney Parks Podcast.com. Make sure that you subscribe, you ring the bell, notification, give us a thumbs up, all those fun things. And if you like this show, we have two other shows that you can subscribe to, and they are over at patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast.com. One last reminder, last week we did a great interview with Steve Anderson, who worked for Disney and wrote a new book. You should go check that out. That is in the feed as well. A great interview. We're probably going to have him back in some capacity and just talk about working for Disney Animation and all the things he did. Because we really didn't talk about his thing. We really talked about the book thing. So I think we should get him back and talk about what he did, because who doesn't want to hear an animator talk about animation? Nobody ever.
Nobody. No.
We could talk about it a little bit here, James. We both went to go see Inside Out 2.
Yes, we did.
This past weekend. And what were your thoughts? I'll start with you.
I liked it. I thought it was a great show or movie. I think they took their time to develop what needed to be developed for a continuation to the first movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I mean, if you've seen the first one, you know where this is going to go. If you've seen the previews, you know there's new emotions that are added to our main character Riley, and it does unfurl, and it is a really good and very entertaining movie. So if you're thinking of seeing it, I would say go see it.
Yeah. I think the character Anger is underrated. I think it should be used more often.
Is that a personal opinion?
Yes.
Hey, I'm not saying I didn't like him either. I liked him. He's a great
Yeah,
character.
it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. But I was saying in one of our other shows, you know, I still feel it's missing that little Lasseter magic to it. But Pixar did a good job. I just, you know, I would just like my John Lasseter back if I can, please. Dear Mr. Iger.
I just don't think that's going to happen.
No. You never know. You never know.
Joe's back.
Yeah. And now look what's happened. Nothing.
Well, we got to wait for August.
All right. I had something and I forgot, so I'm not going to worry about it. So, what is our first story, Mr. James?
Number one today, Disney Vacation Club Lounge replacing Frontierland Shootin Arcade pew, 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 at the Magic Kingdom. The Frontierland Shootin Arcade at the Magic Kingdom will close to make way for a new Disney Vacation Club, or DVC for members or otherybody that have been around long enough to know, Member Lounge. The new lounge, inspired by the era of exploration and adventure, will offer a rustic space for DVC members to relax in Frontierland. The Shootin Arcade will close on June 24th. Doesn't give you long. It will be next Monday. Coming with last operating on the 23rd, so Sunday is your last day. Disney has not announced the opening date for the new lounge. Currently, DVC members can also visit lounges in the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot, at the top and the Top of the World Lounge at Disney's Contemporary Resort. The arcade featuring infrared rifles and Boot Hill scenery originally opened in October 1st, 1971.
Yeah, that's a long time to have a single attraction, right?
It's a very long time.
Yeah. And, years ago, Disney was on this kick to get rid of guns. And I always thought, why did they, all right, they don't sell guns anymore. You can't buy any guns. You can buy a lightsaber, but you can't buy a gun.
Yeah.
No. And then I was always thinking, well, why did they keep this, for so long? But I guess, it was making money still, or allegedly making money. So. But
it's not making any now.
Yeah, it's an interesting place for a lounge, And will every park have a DVC lounge?
That'll be interesting to know or find out. We'll wait and see.
Yeah. So we got 2 out of 4 so far.
My question is how do you design this? Now, will it be private or do you put windows up in front so you can still look outside and mirror the glass?
That would be an interesting. I mean, they could make it look like a saloon, right? Mm-hmm. And have, like you're saying, windows that people can't see
like
in,
one-way mirror.
But you'd be able to see out. That is possible, I don't know. I first of all, it has to blend obviously into Frontierland. That's number one. And I would make it like a saloon, like an old-fashioned saloon.
And how big do you make it? I mean, the Shootin Arcade is it has a lot of depth to it.
I would make it as big as possible because if you ever get done with it, maybe you can turn it into a quick service or a restaurant or a lounge or something like that inside the park. That's what I would do. I would make it as big as you can. Think restaurant or big lounge, and then if it doesn't work out and nobody shows up, then you have the space already prepped for phase 2.
Make it and build it to where it's easily transitioned to something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't have to go down for 7 months to change it again.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure it'll be used. Tiana Bayou is opening soon, and now they have a opening day print package for Tiana's Bayou. Disney has announced a new commemorative print package for the opening day of Tiana Bayou's adventure, which will open on June 28th. The package is priced at $32.95, plus tax. Includes one 8x10 print on-ride photo, 2 recipe cards, a note of thanks from Tiana, and 2 specialty prints of Tiana's friends. Purchasers will also receive a digital copy of the photo in the My Disney Experience app. The package can be bought at the general store located at the attraction's exit and will be available alongside standard attraction photo prints. Additionally, Disney Photo Pass service is introducing a new magic shot and an extra prop photo inspired by Tiana's critter friends, and a new Disney Photo Pass lens. I think this is the first time I've ever heard them do a print package for a ride.
First I've ever heard of.
Yeah, so that's new and interesting.
And is this Disney magic shot on the ride, or will this be in the gift shop? Or the general store?
No, I think the magic shot is outside of Tiana's ride. Yeah, and then the photo lens thing is something you do on Snapchat.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I say if this was
if you're in the park, you have to be inside the park for the photo lenses.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say if this was a magic shot on the ride, that would be a first too.
Yeah, it might be. I saw a picture, and all I saw was the on-ride photo. So
I saw the same one.
yeah, I didn't see a magic shot. So I'm assuming it's outside.
It must,
But
yeah.
we'll see.
We'll find out.
Yipper.
28th is
Right
around
around
the
the corner. She's right around the corner. Here she comes.
Boop, boop.
She'll be right around the corner. Here she comes.
Boop, boop. Alrighty. As our antics never end. But anyways, on to the next. Communicore Hall is now open in World Celebration at Epcot. Don't ask if it's the one we were supposed to get.
Right.
I've heard enough. But
Yep.
it is Communicore Hall, and it is officially opened.
Mhm.
Communicore Hall has officially opened in World Celebration at Epcot, Walt Disney World. The new area includes Communicore Hall, Communicore Plaza, and a Mickey and Friends meet and greet location. Communicore Plaza features 2 performance venues, with the first show, Celebración Encanto, offering a family-friendly sing-along and evening performances by a Latin groove band. The new festival favorites food and drink stations offer treats inspired by Epcot festivals, including dishes from the film Encanto. Communicore Hall will host seasonal events highlighting art, music, food, and more, including a show kitchen for culinary demonstrations and special events. Hopefully that is your food and wine invitation.
There better be a show kitchen. I really want those events to come back to Epcot, food and wine. I mean, it's been so long, I can't even remember what they look like. Yeah.
They were in another building. That I know.
Okay, that's good. Now it's coming together.
Yeah, I think it had a gold dome on it.
Yes. There was a kitchen all the way in the back.
Yeah, used to house rides.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a 2-story building with a rooftop that you'd be able to watch the fireworks from. It's not that. It's not that anymore.
It's definitely a 1-story building.
Yeah, it's definitely a 1-story building.
With no rooftop access.
With no rooftop access yet. Anyway, Disneyland Dream Key Pass holders are going to receive a $9.5 million settlement payout. In 2021, California resident Janelle Nielsen filed a lawsuit against Disneyland. The complaint alleged that the park misled customers about the no blackout dates perk of their most expensive annual pass. The Dream Key, Nielsen claimed she couldn't reserve desired dates in November of 2021 despite the advertised benefit. Despite maintaining their innocence, Disney and the plaintiffs reached a settlement agreement in July of 2023 to avoid going to court. Around 103,435 Disneyland guests who bought the Dream Key Pass, which is now discontinued, between August 25th and October 25th, 2021, can expect a payout from a recent class action settlement as reported by KTLA. After legal fees, eligible pass holders will receive roughly $65 per person.
I don't know if that was worth it, but
I don't know what they paid for it because it's probably more than $65.
Yeah, I don't know where you get $90.5 million and only end up with $65.
They probably got a penny.
I'm not a mathematician, but
I'm gonna say they probably got a penny on a dollar. This was probably a $650 pass, and they got 1 penny for each dollar, which came to $65.
That's the only way I can look at it. But anyways, I am not I am not the legal feed person, so
I love if anybody knows Disney history. Is this the first time in forever that Disney pass holders have sued Disney in a class action suit and actually got a settlement? I mean, this is the first time mean, I've been going
I never heard of any.
Yeah, since 76. I've never heard of a pass holder class action suit and actually winning.
No.
This may be history. Which brings me to, did this open the gates for more pass holder class action suits?
I don't know. We shall find out. Time will tell.
Yeah, I think I have a new Dear Disney segment.
Or a new something.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Stay tuned for our next Patreon channel.
Dear Lawsuit Disney.
Oh, boy.
Dear Class Action Settlement.
Oh, man.
All right. What's
Dear
next?
Cease and desist.
Yeah, well, that's obvious.
Yeah, that's coming. Anyway, up next. Details revealed for the Run Disney virtual 12Ks of Christmas. Wow. Jingle all the way to a magical holiday season with the Run Disney virtual 12Ks of Christmas. This December, conquer 3 festive 4K races with your loved ones, all hosted by your favorite Disney pals. Each race unlocks a commemorative ornament medal, adding a touch of Disney cheer to your tree. Plus, participants receive exclusive holiday swag, including a cozy sweatshirt, a festive mug, and a delightful box of tea. The perfect way to warm up after your virtual runs. I mean, I might need a delightful box of cold ice water here.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, I'll take the tea. Oh boy, as part of the Run Disney Virtual 12Ks of Christmas Challenge, you'll earn 3 Merry 4K medals, a challenge medal featuring Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and more. Completion time frame December 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. General registration opens on July 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern, and the going price is $267 per person.
Okay, I have questions. First of all, $267 to run a virtual race seems awful expensive. That's number one. Number two is, how do they know you actually ran the 4Ks since it's virtual?
I'm not sure.
Is this just on your word? Oh, yes. I just ran my 4K on my treadmill. Yay! I mean, after all, you are paying $267. They should just send you the stuff anyway. But I'm just saying, is there some kind of, mechanism besides, do I have to show my Apple Watch or my Fitbit or, is there any proof necessary? If anybody knows, I'm just curious to how this works with virtual. I know they did them during the pandemic, so I'm curious to find out how this works because I'm just interested.
I mean,
and $267 for a virtual race seems a little pricey. But
in the regular marathons, though, how many people are actually running or running just for the medal?
Well, they all run for the medal, James.
Okay. I thought I was losing it.
No.
Okay.
They all run. Yeah, no, they're running for the medal. They're not running because they like to.
I mean, I run to McDonald's, but that's another story.
Yeah, I do that too, but it's in my car.
Yeah.
But they're getting what are they getting? A sweatshirt.
You're getting a sweatshirt.
So that's $60. A mug. That's $35.
Swag, sweatshirt, a mug. Box of tea.
I'm trying to calculate the 267.
medals.
So 65, 35 is like 100. A box of tea, 135. 4 medals. Okay. Yeah. All right. Maybe.
I think is it 4? Yeah, 4 medals because you
Yeah.
get 3 plus the
Yeah.
challenge, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Seems a little pricey. 267 for a virtual race. Just saying.
You know.
All right. All right. Dear Disney, this is my quick segment this week. We were at the drone show. When was that? Saturday night. Saturday night.
Saturday. Yep,
Yep.
Saturday.
Saturday night. We were at the 9 o'clock drone show. Exiting was not as bad as it probably was opening day. I
Oh
think
no,
they've
it was not.
I think they've fixed some bugs in the system. Um, so we were able to go, right through Spitsville, right to the Orange Garage, and I was parked on the 4th floor. Now, floor number 2, where the security checkpoint is, that level was a disaster, an absolute disaster. There were cars all over the place trying to get out. So my advice to you is go to the 4th floor. They had the one exit closed, and they only had the far exit open, and that was good because there was no traffic coming down from the
Yeah,
5th.
they
So
were
we got
funneling the
right
bottom
into
2 floors.
we got right into the flow without having to try and ask people,
Yep.
hey, will you let me in? Will you let me in? Because when I got to the 3rd floor, everybody was trying to turn in and nobody would let them in.
No.
4th floor good, 3rd floor bad, 2 even worse. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously people are going to go and want to watch this. And when I say that people going to want to go and watch this, if they're in a car, most likely they're pass holders, they're locals. And I don't know how you're going to stop them. And I don't, could you tell if you're staying for the drone show, park in the Grapefruit Garage? I don't know. I probably not. How would anybody know? Or if I got there at 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm stayed for the show because I'm a crazy person, what, I have to move my car before the show starts? So I don't know how you're going to fix the exit problem, but it wasn't too bad.
I mean, there's this simple solution, which I know is hard for a lot of people. If you go during the weekday, I hear that's a lot less crowded.
Oh yeah, that would probably be even better.
Practically non-existent crowded.
Yeah, that would be the bullet, the silver bullet. Yeah.
If you don't mind going home a little late, losing maybe an hour of sleep compared to your normal start time.
Yeah.
I hear the weekdays are a lot better.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it myself, but if I do, I will definitely let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure even the buses, when we got on Buena Vista at the light by Bonnet Creek, I mean, there must have been 6 buses lined up because even the buses were leaving, from Springs. So even that might have been, pretty crazy. If you were staying at a resort, it was a mass exodus. I don't know how they got all the way from the west side to the landing to get on a bus so quickly. They must have ran, which you can't do because it's crowded. I don't know. Anyway, that's my Dear Disney for the week. All right. What's up, Mr. James? What's next?
Up next today, Anger from Inside Out makes his Disneyland meet and greet debut. Disneyland Resorts has fired up the fun. Now you can meet Anger from Inside Out. He joins other Pixar characters in interacting with guests during Pixar Fest. I hope he doesn't throw him into the water. I mean, he is quite angry. For a limited time, Anger from Pixar's Inside Out 2 will meet guests at Disney's California Adventure Park at the Pixar Pier Band Shell. This is the first time Anger has appeared at a Disney park for a meet and greet. I hope he comes here one day. I'd like to meet him.
Yeah.
From the 2015 film Inside Out, anger is one of Riley's 5 core emotions, residing within her mind's headquarters. Fiercely protective, anger ensures fairness for Riley. But when things go awry, his fiery temperature erupts. Literally, his head catches on fire. It is quite fun.
Yeah.
Impatient and easily frustrated, anger embodies rage, irritation, and the explosive frustrations we all feel sometimes. Late this summer, Anger will make his way to select international Disney parks.
We're going to make you angry over there at the international parks.
We will try.
Damn you people over there. I really think, like I said, anger is an underrated emotion in Inside Out 2. I don't think he had enough lines. I'm angry over it.
I'm thinking it's because he's yelling all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
All right. Hey, Disneyland is trimming the entertainment offerings amid peak summer crowds. Yay, Disney. Disney California Adventure is reducing the live entertainment offerings for the peak summer season. I guess it's going to be hot. Including canceling 2 shows and cutting performance numbers for 2 others. As parks approach the busy 4th of July weekend, it will present a scaled-back atmosphere. The shows affected include Warriors of Wakanda in Avengers Campus and the Citizens of Buena Vista. Hey, our citizens have been gone a long time. With reduced show times in July, Disneyland officials stated that with park regularly reviews and adjusts its entertainment schedules. The Warriors of Wakanda show allows guests to train with the Black Panther's elite bodyguards, while Buena Vista Street features characters in their 1920s attire, enhancing the immersive experience. When was the last time we had the Citizens of Main Street? When was what was that? Like before the pandemic?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But here's the thing, Disney, and maybe this should be my Dear Disney segment. The thing that separates you from Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Six Flags, Cedar Point is the entertainment. Otherwise, you're just another roller coaster park. And if you want to be that, well, then get rid of all the entertainment and we'll just call you a theme park. Not a theme park, we'll call you a coaster park. You know, like everybody else.
Yep.
So make your choice. You started it, now you got to end it.
Yep. We'll figure this out one way or another.
Oh, yes, they will.
Or somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Up next, Summer House on the Lake offers guaranteed patio seating for Disney Dreams That Soar. Drone show at Disney Springs. Wow. I would have never thought of that. Summer House on the Lake is offering a new reservation service to guarantee patio seating for the nightly Disney Dreams That Soar drone show at Disney Springs. The patio seating is available for reservation fee of $25 per person, which guarantees a 90-minute spot by the lake. This fee ensures a unobstructed view of the drone show, but it does not include the cost of food, beverages, or gratuity. Summer House on the Lake occupies one of the prime positions to see the show directly in the center of the viewing area. You can make a reservation for the waterside table online to also secure a front row view on the West Side Promenade without a dining reservation. You will need to arrive at the entrance near Cirque du Soleil around 90 minutes before showtime. Yes, that is true. The gates do open on that side around 7:45.
Yep.
So I would make sure you're over there, especially if it's on a weekend. I would make sure you're over there by, I would say, at least 6 at the very latest.
Yeah, I would say 6 too. Yep. And it's interesting, so they're doing it and Haleo's doing it, which makes sense. I'm surprised House of Blues, but they don't really have anything outside that face. They have a room with windows that faces the drone show. I don't know how fantastic that would be. And if you go to Disney Summer House or Haleo, you don't have to deal with all the crazy Disney cast members telling you where to stand or walk and what time to be where.
Mm-hmm.
You just walk into Summer House, grab your seat, sit down, and that's it. You're done.
Yep. And as to where Summer House is just a reservation fee, Haleo does offer a dining package.
Yeah.
Prefix price package.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you probably could order food or drink at Summer House, but it is above and beyond. It's $25 just for the right to stand or sit outside, and then everything else is extra.
Still not bad.
No, still not bad. We should try it once. I think I'd rather try the Haleo thing. Hey, Disney World Union for tipped servers and bartender demands changes, raising allegations of safety concerns. The tipped committee at Unite Here 737 Union is demanding changes for services and bartenders at Walt Disney World, including increasing automatic gratuities for large parties from 18% to 20%. Better balance between full-time and part-time staffing, and improved clarity on guest allergy protocols. Union argues that full-time workers are at risk due to Disney's reliance on part-time staff, affecting job security and income. They also seek extra tip line on receipts for large parties. Additionally, concerns were raised about complexity and risks of managing guest allergies, leading to safety issues and unfair disciplinary actions for workers. The union criticizes that Disney's outsourcing of food and beverage services, which reduces the opportunities for cast members. So this is really not about their safety, but more like the safety of their wallet.
Yeah. I thought the safety was already guaranteed due to parties. What was it, 6 or more? I think is automatic, right?
Yeah. How does guest allergies affect your safety? I'm not sure I understand that.
I guess for 2% more, they won't sneeze in it.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, I do have some friends that work at as servers, and now I will ask them some very pointed questions about this problem. Should be interesting. I mean, I'm all for the extra tip, but here's my only problem. I feel sometimes when the tip is sometimes automatic, like the 18 or 20% that they are asking for now, that the service is not as good as it should be. I feel like they slack off a little bit because they know either way they're getting 18% from this party. Tipping is supposed to be based on the quality of service, not just because you decide to show up for work today. And I understand that tipped employees get less, wage because a certain percentage is tipped, right? I get that. Yep. I worked in a restaurant. My parents owned a restaurant. I get that. But you also then still have to do the work. You can't phone it in. And I feel sometimes I've gotten servers that I feel well, there's 6 people at this table. I'm getting 18%, so I don't have to work as hard because I'm only getting 18%, whether they like it or not.
Yeah. So. And if that's the case, then everything will just go prefixed. And
yeah.
You don't want that either sometimes. And sometimes it makes it easier, but the only thing it makes it easier on is the staff.
Yeah, exactly.
They only have to cook the 8 things that they put on the menu.
Yep. So we'll see. We shall see.
Time will tell.
Yep. Let's see. The last thing we want to talk about is the know before you go.
This is important.
For Tiana's Bayou Adventure for pass holder previews. So these are 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, and 20. So there's still some of these left. You have to have a theme park reservation. If you have a theme park reservation for Epcot or the Studios or Animal Kingdom theme parks on those dates, which means you have an opportunity to still do the Tiana Bayou preview. Okay. A few things you will need to know. Tiana pass holder previews will still use the virtual queue. You starts at 7 a.m. You may request to join the queue at 1 p.m. On the day of your park reservation, and the virtual queue will be available to all pass holders with any theme park reservation for that day. You do not need to enter the theme park you request to join the virtual queue. So at 1 o'clock, if you're not in whatever park you have a pass for, you still are able to join that queue. That's important.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. As a reminder, which means you can show up later, especially if your virtual queue is not till like 7 o'clock at night. As a reminder, you must enter the park where you do have a theme park. So if you do have one at Epcot, you will have to eventually tap into Epcot and then head over to the Magic Kingdom on any of those days. Other important information, pass holders must have a Walt Disney World Resort annual pass with a valid admission on the preview day. Applicable pass blackout dates still apply. Theme park reservation does not guarantee the ability to join the virtual queue. Like every virtual queue, if it fills up, and you're out of luck. Each pass holder can request to join a virtual queue no more than once per day. Joining the virtual queue does not guarantee the ability to participate in the preview. Pass holders may hold boarding groups for the Tiana Bayou preview virtual queue and an attraction virtual queue such as Tron, Guardians, at the same time. So that is interesting because it's usually only one virtual queue per person per day. So this is interesting that they're adding this one extra on there.
I think it's because it's a preview and not completely guaranteed.
Yeah. Boarding groups for virtual queue are limited and not guaranteed. Not all boarding groups may be called to return. It's based on availability of the attraction, and it's had its issues. Offering days and dates and hours are all subject to change without notice. So there you go. I really think they could have done this better. I like the old days where they put it online. You picked the date, you picked the time, and you just went and you showed your pass, showed your ID, and you got on the damn ride. I think the last one they did like that was Guardians, right? Right? You picked the
I think so.
The time.
I know Tron. I don't think Tron did that at all. I don't know what they did for Tron.
Yeah. I can't remember what they did for Tron either. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. They're trying something different. I'm not totally in love with it. I like a set date and time. This way I know where I have to be and when I have to be there. You know.
Yeah. Now, since everybody knows it's had its issues, because it has.
Yeah.
This subject to change is all a possibility.
Yeah.
So you could go and it might be this is it for the day.
Yeah. So it's interesting. On June 22nd, I opted for a D23 event at Tiana Bayou. So the event is from 6:30 to 10 p.m. So it's going to have some snacks, some Tiana Bayou things. There'll be some entertainment, and then we can ride the attraction as much as we want. The interesting item in the fine print is, due to inclement weather, this attraction will shut down, and that's not a guarantee of riding it, and you will not get your money back.
Well, at least it's in there.
So I'm giving you $70 just for the food. Okay.
You're on a coin toss.
Good to know. Good to know. Let's hope it doesn't rain this Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that'll be
For
bad.
your sake.
Oh, no. Not for my sake. For their sake.
For their sake.
Because I will be anger in the inside out.
Oh, boy. I'm going to stay far away from that park then on Saturday.
I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to be one of Riley's emotion. You guess which one I am.
Unhappy?
No. It's not joy. It's anger.
Slightly depressed.
Slightly going to beat you over the head with a baseball bat.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
All right. You want to do the news?
I'll do the news. Sure, why not?
All right. How about a little headline news?
And now, the headline news.
Today's headline news and everything news. Country Bear Musical Jamboree opens in July. Disney files construction permit for major Big Thunder Mountain Railroad refurbishment. New park entrance signage installed at Epcot. Disney After Hours event scheduled to take place at Epcot on June 20th has been sold out. Everything Pop Dining Hall closes for refurbishment starting July 29th at Disney's Pop Century Resort.
Okay, so here, let's go back to Big Thunder Mountain. I don't think they're going to tell us what this refurbishment is about until August at the expo. We're not going to... Listen, it's just going to shut down, and there'll be radio silence until August. I think it could be something big. It could be something fun, but we ain't going to find out. The other interesting... Go ahead.
And it's only a permit, so there's really no date, like you said. Till August, we won't even know when it's going to close.
Yeah. There's probably an expiration date on the permit, but that's not a leading sign of what's coming. And then the Pop Dining Hall, I remember this happening once before, and I think the only way you could get food then was you had to mobile order and pick it up. Like, I don't think the dining hall was completely closed. It was more like a kitchen renovation. So they limited. Gone. No, I think the seating was still there, but in certain areas, but not all areas. Like, you could sit here, but not there. This area is open, and then there was limited dining options because, they were redoing the kitchen part too. They haven't said what this is. If it's a complete shutdown, where do you go eat? Like Art of Animation, that's the closest, place, So that's why I think that it won't be a complete shutdown. It'll be a near complete shutdown with very limited food options. So if you are staying there, just be warned.
Plan ahead.
Yeah, just be warned. Or you may want to call the resort and ask, what are the dining options and what is this refurbishment? And will I be able to get food?
Considering your main cafeteria is closing.
Yeah. Because if you're on the far end of Pop, not on the end of Pop that's close to animation, well, you got a very interesting walk in the morning to get breakfast.
That's a hike.
Yeah.
You're better off getting on the Skyliner and going to the park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You definitely. Yeah. So, all right, Mr. James. Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Go see Inside Out 2. Go see the drone show.
Yeah, definitely go see the
drone show. There are things to do.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. It.
If you do one of the two dining events, let us know. We're always interested to see how you think about it.
Yeah. So this is really from House of Blues to Starbucks is where you want to be, facing the water. The Saratoga side, which mirrors that, there's some grass over there, and then there's some buildings you could probably stand, but not down by Boathouse because you get a side view and it's a very one-dimensional facing this way, not 3D facing every way.
As round and as fully shaped as they look, they are not.
From the Saratoga side, it'd just be a mirror image of what we'd be seeing on the west side. Yeah. So, but not from the other end. And definitely not from the Strawberry lot. Well, first of all, it's a cast member lot right now, so you can't even get there. So, but yeah, go check it out. We enjoyed it. James has seen it several times. I saw it and liked it. You know, I just hope it winds up in a park one day. That's all I'm saying. So,
a successful show usually ends up with more successful shows.
Hopefully.
Let's hope so, right?
Yep. All right, kids. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the parks.
In the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.